Yo, party peeps, what is up? It's your boy, the best gabber in the biz. Another episode of Raw, the first one on the road to going to war at Survivor Series in that double steel cage is officially in the books. And a good amount of stuff happened, including the beginning of a Usi reconciliation and a new number one contender for the World Heavyweight Championship. So guys, let's gab about it. First things first, before we get into who won this number one contenders match to determine who will face Gunther for the World Championship at a unannounced date, let's talk about one of the men that was in that match and why he didn't win. One of those men was a visionary. He was a revolutionary. He was, always will be Seth freaking Rollins. And he got taken out once again by Bronson Reed. The monster that he could not kill. He was able to beat him in the battle, but he could not finish the war, pun intended, because I see them honestly going to war at Survivor Series War Games, probably in some sort of stipulation match. Why, Gabe? Why? Well, why the heck would they still do that? Rollins said, he's going to face him at a later date. He's got to worry about the world title. Wrong! Because Bronson Reed cost him that fatal four-way, and now Rollins will not be going back to chase the championship that he made famous, that he literally was the groundbreaker for, the workhorse for the World Championship, because Bronson Reed tsunami'd his ass straight through that announce table. The dude did not stay down, and he's back for more. So, this obviously is going to lead to us having a match of Survivor Series War Games, like I said, probably in a street fight. Now, granted, I feel like Bronson Reed probably really should have won back at Crown Jewel the other night. However, they did make him look strong at the end by literally him almost immediately getting back up, and like Ron's looking at him like, dude, what the F is wrong with you? How are you still standing? How are you even standing there looking all menacing with like the cut all over your freaking face from like me stomping your head into the mat? Like, how are you still up? And Reed was like, I want more. So, honestly, Seth, I think, is going to end up realizing very soon you just cannot keep Bronson down, which could lead to them maybe having like a last man standing match. Then again, Rollins has won one of those before, and Bronson did just recently lose one in the last monster standing match with Strowman. But then Rollins, caused him to lose that match. So, either way, Bronson Reed on the second attempt will end up being Seth Rollins. And then at Saturday night's main event, I think they have their rubber match. Bronson will have been made by a lot more with this feud. Rollins will probably win the final match, go on to the Rumble, begin the feud with Punk. And Bronson, honestly, I kind of wouldn't mind if they did like a whole multi-man ladder match thing, maybe for the U.S. title. He doesn't have to win, because, Melo's going to be the next United States champion. But they could do something like that to give Bronson something pretty good on the Mania card. I mean, he deserves it, because Pro is definitely going to beat Seth Rollins in, let's see what we're going to watch, right? Oh, yeah, the next 4 weeks at Survivor Series War Games, I guess. Oh, that tsunami is going to hurt like a bitch, Rollins. It really is. Alright, party peeps, so I talked about one of the guys that didn't win this fatal four-way in Seth freaking Rollins. The dude that did end up winning was the former El Campeon, former Senor Money in the Bank, former two-time Undisputed Tag Team Champion. All of that in literally just the past year, Damian Priest. He has now earned another shot to take back the championship that he was screwed out of by his former brother, Finn Balor, back at SummerSlam to the Ring General. We don't know when this match will take place. I've heard rumors it could take place at Saturday night's main event, which I would believe, though, looking at Cody's schedule of, events that he always does, like before every month. Survivor Series War Games wasn't on there. So unless if maybe they'll still add the date, like Cody could still be put on to, I doubt they have a PLE without him. He hasn't missed literally one all year. Let's be perfectly honest. So if they somehow want, I feel like they can include both World Championships, being perfectly honest. Last year, one world title was not defended, but it was inside of the War Games match because, Seth Rollins was on team, basically Monday Night Raw against Team Judgment Day and Drew McIntyre. So I see no issue with them possibly doing both championship matches on this year's Survivor Series World Games. It'd be an up from last year when we had no world title being defended on the show, but it was still cool. So either way, I am very happy to see Priest versus Gunther again. It will be very good. Their first match was an absolute banger, and I am definitely looking forward to them running it back. But Damien Priest. Gunther said that it was so nice that he's going to have to do it twice. He didn't need help the first time, and he's not going to need help the second time, because he's going to beat you down. He's going to show you who he is. He is the ring general. He is the World Heavyweight Champion. He is the guy that is going to get beaten by John Cena for his 17th historic World Championship at WrestleMania 41, the biggest one of all time, April 20th or April 19th. It doesn't really matter. He's going to lose to Cena. See you then, Gunther. He's going to prove to you once again, Damien Priest, you may be a great athlete. You may be the former El Campeon, the best gabber in the biz, and the ring general can agree on that. However, you are still street trash. Alright, you guys, it's once again that time of year. It's been 2 years, but let's get into it. Sami Zayn, Usi, Bloodline, Cinema. Dude, man. When Zayn was talking in the ring, being like, oh, when the four of us were all together last Saturday, it felt like old times. And when he said that, dude, I thought back. And though those times were stressful, and there were times where, Zayn and Jay weren't, those times were magical, man. Those times were magical. God freaking dang. Moment in time. And we're gonna get them back. I'm glad Jay honestly did apologize. He made it right. Because Jimmy was like, nah, dude, you ain't family. He ain't family. And Jay was like, nah, dude, just because he ain't blood don't mean he ain't family. I was wrong. Sami, you are my brother. I love you, man. Please come through to SmackDown. Please, so the four of us can talk this out. And I also kind of love how he really put Jimmy in his place. Because he was like, bro, this and this. And like what? He's like, are we supposed to trust you, bro? After everything you did? And Sami was like, dude, I don't even hate you. I never hated you. He said, you're not a bad guy. You just make bad decisions. You kicked me right in the face without a second thought after you were the one that brought me into this family in the first place. Then when you and Roman started beefing, you kicked him in the face first. Then when Jay got his big opportunity, you super kicked him in the face. You've been making all the wrong choices, dude. I'm not mad at you, but you gotta know that you've been doing dumb shit. And that immediately just shut Jimmy right up. And, Sami just being the GOAT that he is, going to be the future world champion next year. That world title reign is going to hit like crack. Ugh. But now he looks like he will be traveling over to SmackDown to actually hang out with Roman. And oh boy, dude, Jay was already going like this tonight. He's hearing the voices. He's getting stressed again. And I'm sure that Roman Sami segment on Friday will do plenty more stress and add even more height to his blood pressure. God freaking dang, man. But hey, look, we know this ain't getting solved this week. We still got like 3 weeks till War Games. Like, Sami won't be good with Roman, and we won't have this all ready to rock and roll till like the second to last one, or the last SmackDown before that. And the Wise Man is gonna have to come back to get Shmooly and his tribal chief, our real tribal chief Roman Reigns, to reconcile, so we can all throw up the ones and say, we're feeling Usi, my dogs. Let's go. Bet 100. But just, man, I cannot wait. I cannot wait for them all to be good, back together, and I can't wait for them to win inside War Games, stand tall, and it's just like, cinema. Okay, party peeps, that is Raw. We are Dunsky. Put it in the rearview mirror. We are done. Solid taped episode of Raw. Was actually able to avoid all the spoilers. Made it good. We know what's going to happen on SmackDown. It'll be the crown jewel fallout. Speaking of Sami Zayn, will he have an interaction with Kevin Owens after he just beat Randy Orton's ass and is literally doing the same shit that he got mad at Randy Orton and Cody Rhodes for doing? Like, basically in his mind, turning on him. It's going to be a shit ton of friggin' emotions for Sami on that friggin' night. Speaking of Cody, what's it next for him after he was able to beat Gunther and win that ridiculously huge belt and that ring that he barely could even get on his finger? And then we got the Roman and Sami segment, and we may even get Motor City Machine Guns defending against A-Town Down Under for the tag team titles. Plus, Mello should get another shot at the U.S. title because, Andrade's a dick. That's just straight up. And then this week's Dynamite, loaded. Hurt Syndicate segment, Cole versus Malachi, running it back from TakeOver Philadelphia almost 7 years ago. Private Party, new tag team champs. How's Garcia going to show that he's next TNT champ? That show is going to be absolutely incredible. The road's to Full Gear and Survivor Series War Games are both winding down. Both are going to be hella dope. I'll get to be at Full Gear live. I cannot wait. And you guys are definitely not going to want to miss what your boy has to say after these shows are over. So keep on liking and damn sure keep on subscribing. And most importantly, keep on remembering that when it comes to talking wrestling, who better to gab with than Gabe right here. Okay, guys, I hope you enjoy Raw tonight. It was cool, but it is time to move on. So, deuces, and I will see you guys after Dynamite this Wednesday when we conduct business.